So, this is the chapter of class 8 from the book Honeydew, chapter 2, the tsunami. So, what happened is that, children, as you can see, this is the map of Andaman and Nicobar. As I have already told about the three characters before. So, here, Kartchal is an island. It is a part of Andaman and Andaman groups of island, and Nankauri is an island which is in Nicobar group. Okay, and Andaman and Nicobar islands are in west of India. So this is the map of Andaman and Nicobar. Okay, Nicobar island are the north of Andaman island. So see here, this is Andaman, up is the Andaman, it's written there, and this is Nicobar island, and in Nicobar there is Kartchal, okay, and Nankauri. So as I further go, as you people all know that in 26 December 2004, the tsunami hit the Thailand. Tsunami had hit Thailand and many parts of Andaman and Nicobar and Tamil Nadu coast. Okay, so we'll come to know about the character Ignatius. Ignatius was a manager in a cooperative society in Kartchal. So as I've told you, the location of Kartchal, it is in Nicobar Islands. So when his wife woke him up at 6 a.m. okay, when she felt the earthquake tremors. Tremors means shaking or a slight shake of the earth surface. Okay, so what happened is that so when he woke up, they rushed outside the house. Okay, as they was feeling the tremor of the earthquake. So then suddenly then what happened? The tremor stopped and they saw the sea waves rising. Okay, as the tremor stopped, they saw the sea waves rising, and two of his children caught hold of their grandmother's hand, and one of them is their the Ignatius wife's hand. Okay, one of the children caught hold of Ignatius wife's hand, and one of them is their grandmother's hand. He never saw them again. So after that, after the tsunami hit the coastal area of the Kartchal island, Kartchal, okay, which is in Nicobar Island. So he never saw again. Ignatius never saw his family again. His wife was swept away, okay, and his wife was drowned in that tsunami. And only three of his children who came with him was saved. So when he was drowning, he could save his only three children, and all other his in-laws and his wife was swept away in that waves. So next character we come to know about Sanjeev. Sanjeev was a policeman. Okay, he was also policeman serving in Kartchal Island of the Nicobar groups. Okay, so somehow he had managed to save himself and his wife and his baby from the waves. Okay, but what happened is that he heard the help from the wife of John. So he heard another character, that is John's wife cries. Okay, and which was coming from the so John, who was John? He was the cook of the guest house. Okay, the guest house which the guest house. Okay, and what happened is that Sanjeev jumped into the water. So now Sanjeev the policeman jumped into the water to save John's wife. John's is a guest cook of a guest house, but Sanjeev couldn't help John's wife. Okay, because John and his wife was also swept away. Now we come to know about the third another character. Okay, this is a 13-year-old Meghna. So Meghna was also swept away in that tsunami with her parents and 70 other people. So Meghna was not only swept away, but with her all other 70 other people was also swept away. So, so for 2 days, Meghna was floating, okay, in the sea. She was holding a wooden door. She was clinging into a broken door, okay, which could help her to be above the water, so she didn't drown. And she was found later in the seashore, okay. Though there was helicopters going on in search, but the helicopters from far couldn't see Meghna on the sea, okay, floating. So what happened is that later on she was washed away to the shores, and she was she uh, she she was seen walking in the seashores. So other character is Almas Javed. Almas Javed was a 10-year-old boy, okay. He was a student of Carmel Convent in place called Port Blair. So her she was her father had a petrol pump, and her mother was from Nancowry Island, okay. So they had come to that place to celebrate Christmas. So as you can see in the picture, so now we'll come to know how Almas felt about how what was the incident, what kind of incident took place, okay. So Alma's father saw the sea water receding, means sea water as if moving back, okay. And so Alma's father woke Almas with a great rush. So as they were running away, okay, to hide in a safer place, her grandfather was hit by something and he fell down. So her father rushed to help him. So, and again the giant wave, okay, swept both of them. So when Alma's father was about to help the grandfather, great wave again came back, and it took the Alma's father and grandfather away. So Alma's mother and aunt was clinging, or uh, they were clinging, means they were they were clutching wholly. They were strongly holding the coconut tree, okay, leaves of the coconut tree, and was shouting Alma's name, okay. So a wave also, again tsunami was coming, okay, back and forth. The wave smashed, uprooted that tree, and Alma's mother and aunt was also swept away. So a long log was floating, okay. A log means a wooden plank, okay. So it was floating on the sea, and uh, she had climbed up to that log, and then she fainted. But when she woke up, she was in hospital in Comorta, okay. So from there she was brought to Port Blair. So she was so much traumatized, so much shocked and distressed, that Almas never wanted to talk about this incident, because she has lost her parents and close ones, okay. Now another character we come to know is Tilly Smith. She had come to celebrate Christmas in Phuket Beach in Thailand. Now this is the story of Thailand. Tilly Smith was from southeast England and was celebrating Christmas. She was just 10 years old, and this is the picture of Tilly Smith. Okay. So in 26 December 2004, that when the deadly tsunami hit, triggered the massive earthquake in Sumatra that early morning. So the water was okay, the water, now there was an earthquake first, okay, and Tilly Smith got awoke, okay, and she saw the beach was getting smaller and smaller. She saw the beach getting smaller and smaller. So her mind kept going to the geography lessons, okay, which she had studied in school, and her geography teacher had showed her a tsunami video of 1946 which had hit the Hawaiian island, okay, and she knew that whatever is happening, that is called tsunami, because in her geography class she had already seen Hawaiian island in 1946 hit by tsunami, okay. So what happened? Tilly started screaming. She knew what was happening. She saw the sea receding, going backwards after the earthquake. Now she was flash. She was having flashback of that geography class. Okay. Mm, what happened is that now she is alarming her family about the earthquake. She got more hysterical. That means to be excited, to be without any control. Okay, she was shouting, laughing, crying, and being excited at the same time. So Tilly warned her parents that it is a tsunami, okay, and Tilly's parents took them away to the swimming pool, away from the swimming pool. Okay, the parents now got alarmed and rescued their children and went to the hotel, okay, leaving the swimming pool. A number of other tourists also left the beach with them. So other tourists also left the beach with them, and everyone was screaming, "Run, run!" So took the refugee in third floor. So the Smith family took the shelter in the third floor. Okay. So but that building was saved by the tsunami waves. Okay, means that building stood there. Though tsunami wave had hit that building, but the building did not collapse. Okay, or destroyed by the waves. It stood there, and they were alive. So Smith, after the tsunami was over, Smith met other tourists whose whole family was swept away by the tsunami. So what happened? And Tilly went back and told the story about the tsunami to her classmates. Okay. So now we come to know, before the giant wave slammed into the coast of India and Sri Lanka, wild domestic animals seemed to know what was about to happen. So it is also said that the animals do have a sixth sense, because they were already sensing that something natural disaster was about to occur. Okay. So the animals of Sri Lanka and India already had fled. Wild animals had fled to some safety. According to the eyewitness accounts, elephants screamed and ran for higher grounds. Dogs refused to go outside. Flamingos abandoned their low-lying breeding area, and the zoo rushed into their shelters and could not be noticed to come back out. So many people believe that animals possess some kind of sixth sense. Okay, so they before only they know about what is about to happen. Okay. So giant waves rolled, but the fact is that uh, many people believe that animal possess a sixth sense and know when the earth is going to shake. Some experts believe that animals more acute hearing, they help them to hear or feel the earth's vibration. Okay, so they have kind of sixth sense, they know when it's about to happen. They can seize an approaching disaster long before human realizes what's going on. Okay, so we cannot be sure whether the animals have a sixth sense or not, but the human till now haven't scientifically proven that whether they have, but they always react or act before humans. Okay, whenever such natural disaster occurs. Along the India's Cuddalore coast, where thousands of people perished. So where they in India, along the Indian coastal belt, the Cuddalore, many people were swept away from the tsunami. But what happened is that buffaloes, goats, dogs were found unharmed. So, and even in Yala National Park in Sri Lanka, home to the variety of animals including elephant, leopard, 130 species of birds, 60 visitors which had come to see the park had been swept away, but no dead bodies of animals were found. Okay. People also saw that three animals running away from the Patangala beach. Before the tsunami also hit or before the earthquake, the animals were running away from the beach. Okay, the people saw. Even a Sri Lankan gentleman who lived near the coastal belt of Gale saw his two dogs behaving very unnatural. Okay, the dogs are very much excited every day to go outside to walk in the beach, but that day on 26th December, before the tsunami, before the earthquake, the dogs were not really excited to go outside. And he further said that gentleman further said that, but on that day they refused to go and most probably saved his life. So the dog also have the animal sense that something natural disaster was about to occur. So they also did not want to go outside and walk in the beach, and thus saving that gentleman's life and themselves, their lives as well. So I will give some question answers, okay, in the part 2.